This is the Inservice for the Hologic Fluoroscan Flex. There are two handles on the system. One right here gives us our up and our down. The other handle right here gives us our rotation in this manner. Third handle right here is the collimator. I'll show you that on the screen in just a second. We want to have that positively to the left or positively to the right. On the head of the tube, we have some controls. This will be covered by a sterile drape, so the physician will be operating these. From here, we can rotate the image left or right. We can turn our brightness and contrast up or down. Our laser pointer. It's right there. Our KV and MA, if we need to change for more or less density as far as the body part. As I will show you in a second with the auto, it's going to give you exactly what you want to use. We're going to use it in auto. Mode is turned off on this machine. It would give us cine. I turn that off for the operating room. If they want to do a live photo, we'll show you that in just a second. And your noise suppression is exactly that, going into live images. Once the system boots up, we're going to have perform, review, and shut down. We want to hit perform. This is where we'll put in the patient demographics. The two fields we have to fill in are the patient's last name and the patient's medical record number. So touchscreen, we can come through there. I'd suggest filling in all the fields, but for right now, those are the two highlighted in green that we have to do. We're going to hit perform. Coming across the top of the screen, we're going to have the different settings that we can use during the cases. Noise suppression is going to allow us to either have a static image or motion. We have three settings that we're going to be able to use with this. We're going to be able to use ultra, high, or low. In ultra, it's going to give us the clearest static image, but if we have motion, it's going to give us blur. With it in low, it's going to allow the physician or the operator to actually get some true live fluoroscopic images. The end result isn't as clear. If we want to go back to a clear image, we're going to go back to ultra or high. I use it in high probably 85% of the time. It will give us a really nice image, but it also gives us the ability to have some motion. As we come across, we have our KV. With the system in auto, it's going to allow us to go from an AP to a lateral to a finger, and you're going to see that it will automatically adjust for the tissue density as we go along. We can here again manually adjust this as well. This can be done from the head. To get out of the manual, we can touch it once. It'll go to the low dose or to our auto, and we'll use it in auto. Touchscreen, I can take and I can get my orientation there. Coming across, reset timer. What's going to happen with that is if you use the system for more than 5 minutes, it's going to give a very loud audible tone. We'll hit reset, and that will take it back and give us 5 more minutes. Image tools, if we want to add markers, annotations, anything like that, we're really not going to use that. We're going to leave it as the two images over here. We can change those images going from 2 to 4 to 1. On the side, it's going to give us the ability to scroll through the images. I usually set it at 2. If I need to update my patient information, I can update the patient information. I can go through, I can change into that, hit apply changes, and then perform, and it'll take me back into my case. Review will allow me to do exactly that. End of the case, we're going to hit review. We're going to select the images that we want to print or store or send to the PACS system. In a Windows operating world, I cannot hit individual images to get multiple images. I have to select those by holding Control. I give image 1, 3, and 7. They're set. I can hit Save. We'll see the little green box pops up around those. If I wanted to print those images, I hit Print. That will send them down to the printer. If I hit it twice, it'll print the images twice, 2 sets. If I want to send them to the PACS system, I'll hit DICOM Send. It'll shoot them over there. If I want to export the images, I can actually bring it into the export, determine what I want to use it on. If I have a memory stick in there, it's going to notice that just like on your computer at home, and we'll select that and it will go. We would hit export. We're going to cancel because I have nothing in there. At the end of the case, I'm going to hit End Session. It's going to ask me and say, hey, there's unsaved images. I've either sent stored. Everything that I've wanted to do, I've done, so I'm going to hit end session. It'll take me back to my perform, review, and shut down screen. At this point in time, I'm going to shut down. The button on the front is the way we started up. The button right here, the purple one, shut down, is what's going to shut the system off. At the end of the case, if we need to log our patient time and parameters, it's going to be down here in the lower left corner. Our KV is 50, our MA is 0.057, our duration time, the actual amount of time that we've used it, is going to be right there, 0.09. I can also, in the review screen, come up and hit the DAP report, the DAP report, and it will show us those exact same things. It will show us the time, longest exposures, etc. As we go through the different modes, when we're in auto, manual, which we'd manually adjust it, or low dose, if you look down here using this in auto, we're at 50 and 0.057 for our KV and MA. Still a super, super low, which many C-arms are. Using it in the low dose mode, it's going to give us 50% of that MA. No machine out there is going to give you that resolution of an image with that low of a setting, with very, very low scatter to the operators and anybody else in the room. Another nice new feature on the Flex is Mega View. I can double tap the screen. It gives me a larger viewing area. I also have pinch to zoom, just like on your iPad or your iPhone. I can bring that around. Back to Mega View. On the system, we have a printer. To change the paper on the printer, hit open. The roll will come out. It's just like your toilet paper at home. New roll hanging over the top. The foot switch is down at the bottom. Again, I suggest putting the foot switch in a bag. On the back of the foot switch is a latch, a hatch that will open, and there's 3 AA batteries in there. If the foot switch starts to not operate, it's probably because the batteries need to be replaced. Open it up, put in 3 AA batteries. Proper storage of the system. There's a little plastic clip right here. We're going to bring that around to the side. It's going to line up with a black line on the handle. It's going to clip right in. The monitor is going to come to the side. It's going to fold down. And we can now put it into storage. So, brief synopsis. We turn the system on. We hit perform. We put in our patient information. We hit perform. We drape the system accordingly. We turn it over to the operator. End of the case. We hit review. We select our images. We either print them, save them, or send them to the PAC system. We hit end session. It'll ask us if we really want to end the session. We hit yes. We hit end session. We hit shut down.